This is actually it's an old poem and it's a rather famous poem. It was written by an English woman named Jenny Joseph in 1961. And the original title of it was called Warning. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals and say we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops and press alarm bills and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. Wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beermats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple.
Isn't that excellent?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep, that's actually framed in my bedroom. I love that poem.
It's a beautiful poem. It's a great poem.
Very, very good. Thank you. That was a great one. So I want to share. So this is a story that came from the gentleman who created the bullet journal. I think I may have mentioned that to you before. It's a way of journaling and keeping track of your days and your goals and all that kind of stuff. So he writes a regular article, and this was his article today. And it started with a quote from Pema Chodron. "You are the sky. Everything else, it's just the weather." So the article then says, "This year has been disorienting. A death in the family, moving, launching a project, dramatic peaks and valleys and a few fields between. I've struggled to maintain my rituals, so I rented a quiet village home. Everything was in walking distance. Out back, a small verdant yard, perfect for meditating and writing outside. The ideal conditions to resume my rituals. On the first day, I was greeted by a picture book spring morning. Quiet, sunny, cool. I found my spot in the sun. Closed my eyes. I took a deep breath. And that's when the deafening sawing began. On the other side of the fence, someone was cutting tiles. It sounded like a chainsaw attacking a chalkboard. Then it stopped. Maybe it was just for a moment, I wonder, I hope. Then it starts again and again. Frustration surged into anger. When was I going to find the perfect conditions to take care of myself? What I didn't expect was a blindingly clear answer. That's not the right question. There are two uncomfortable truths. We can't control the world around us, and the world does not care about our plans. The real question becomes, how do you take care of yourself when the perfect conditions don't exist? When that question dawned on me, I smiled because the answer was drowning out all the other sound. This is what you can do. You slow down and get curious. You look inside yourself. You see what is coming up without judgment. You listen to what it has to say. You thank that part of yourself and try to let it go. In some ways, nothing changed. The guy kept sawing. I kept meditating. In other ways, everything changed because nothing had to change. I stopped resisting my life. This is what was happening. Would I choose it? No. I can choose not to resist it, though. It's just a sound. He's doing his job. He probably didn't even realize I was sitting there. I'm still in this lovely garden. Nothing is happening to me. If anything, now I can use this to practice. In a world where everything needs to be fixed, changed, or bettered, how powerful and liberating would it be to practice letting more things be as they are, rather than getting caught up in all the should and should nots? How can we skillfully be with what is? With that in mind, I pose the question to you. How will you take care of yourself when the perfect conditions won't exist? From Ryder Carroll. So we're going to meditate on the imperfect conditions today. So go ahead and get comfortable in your seat. Take a few deep breaths to help you settle in. As you breathe in, stretch up your spine. And as you breathe out, just relax. Bring to mind one thing that is going on in your personal life that you need to just let it be. Consider that circumstance. What does it mean to you? Who is involved? Don't try to fix it or think of the solution. Just accept that it is there and that it is something to you. Accept that it is something that is important and is in your life. So think of that circumstance and to the best of your ability, let it go. Watch that circumstance come into your sky and then watch it move out of your view like the passing weather. Now think of a person in your life that you need to just let it be. What does that person mean to you? Why are they important in your life? What impact do they have? Don't try to fix them or even think of a solution to the issue. Just accept that it is there and that person does have impact on you. Think of that person and to the best of your ability, let them go. Watch that person come into your sky and watch them move out of your view like passing weather. Bring to mind something that is going on in the U.S. that you need to let it be. What does that circumstance mean to you? Who is involved? What impact does it have? Don't look for a solution right now. Don't try to fix the problem. Just accept that the problem is in your life and has impact. It is real. Whatever that circumstance is, to the best of your ability, let it go. Watch that circumstance come into your sky, and then watch it move out of your view like passing weather. What is going on in the world that you need to let it be? Think about that circumstance. Who's involved? What it means? What the impact is on you and on the world, maybe even. Don't try right now to fix it. Don't look for the solution right now. Just look at the circumstance, accept what it is, and that it is important to you. Think of that circumstance, and to the best of your ability, let it go. Watch that circumstance come into your sky and watch it move out of your view, just like the clouds and the weather. These are things that we cannot control. And while they're important and while they do impact us, we know we need to just let them be and let them go. So now bring your attention to your breath. Take some deep breaths. Stretch up your spine and draw in some fresh, energetic air into your body. And as you exhale, use that effort to just continue letting go. Bring the peace that you are feeling back into your activities this evening. Keep it close. And as those things come back to your mind, continue practicing letting it go. And when you're ready, open your eyes, move as you need to, and come back to our Zoom.